Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here. Welcome back to another episode of this Scottish adventure here with Hamilton. Today's episode, we're going to play the first half of the season. We're going to go through the squad. We're going to sign some new players. We're also going to kick it off, though, by transfer listing some players. First of all, just want to say thank you very much for the support of the series so far. The growth in the channel has been fantastic. If you are enjoying it, make sure to leave likes on the video. It lets me know that you guys want to continue to see this series. And hopefully, you guys enjoy it. It's time to start rebuilding this team, moving forward now into a new season. Kind of looking forward to it. Last season was rough. If you didn't see how that finished, go back and watch the last couple of episodes. But we've got some changes to make here, haven't we, at Hamilton? We really do. And hopefully soon, the plan is to get offered the international job, the Scottish international job, and take Scotland to a World Cup. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice. The regens are going to be really important in that one. The youth players that come up in the youth academy, we need to find some Scottish gems. So basically now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the squad. We're going to look at players that we should be moving on. There's going to be a few that will be quite easy to decide that we should be moving them on. A few have got transfer requested already, as we can see here, George Stranger. So there's going to be a few players like that that are just like instantly, yeah, we're going to sell them. But I think the biggest issue, let's look at financial at this stage. The biggest issue is whether we actually let some of the players go, and can we bring in a player that's going to be good enough to replace them? That's the key, right? Can we get the player in that's going to be good enough to replace some of these players? And that for me is probably the biggest worry. Really is the biggest worry. Can we bring in the players? And I'm a little bit nervous for it going forward, but I think we might be onto a good thing with maybe the free transfer market. We're going to have to use that as much as possible. We'll stick Kyle on the list here. Gonzalez obviously going nowhere. Seeger was actually all right when he came in. Now, if we replace him, then obviously that's a different story. But I think for now he stays in. Obviously, Luka Vickers there. Regan maybe can go out on loan. Let's see what we could do with that. We'll add him to the loan list. What we got here? Lewis Smith, right mid. Obviously, we need him around. Johnson around. The problem is we've got three fairly decent right mids. So, I mean, it does make sense for us to drop one of them. I'm just not sure who, as well as the youngster coming in. And, well, two youngsters coming in. We've got Iba and Ramirez. So, you know, that's a conversation to have there. Boyce is on the list already. We did that already, and I think we put Condera on there. No, we didn't, but we are going to now. We got Callum Smith here as well, who just, you know, he isn't going to play for us, unfortunately. So, I mean, the squad's not big to start off with, so free transfers is probably going to be key in this season. We need to really hone in on some free transfers, I think. Now, I do have a ton of players on the old transfer list, you know, for us to kind of pick up the short list, but to be honest with you, I don't think we can spend any money. We've just got over $1 million. It's not a good financially stable position that the club is in. I think all our dealings, again, are going to have to be free transfers and in the free transfer market. Now, we could do loans, but I just don't see how that benefits us. I think if we could bring in free agents, that benefits us more because there's a sell-on value there, and that's going to be the key in this save, is how much money we can get actually when we sell players on. Okay, guys. So it's still day one. It's still day one of the transfer window opening, and I started looking at free transfers, and my brain just went mad. I think I've just signed like a squad of 11. We've brought some new players in. Now we broke the brank. I'm honestly, it's not great. I can't believe how many players we've just signed on the free transfer market at Hamilton. Right. So the first player we brought in. Now, we've broken the bank on this one a little bit in terms of wages and buy-on, but it's Christian Atsu. Makes sense. It's Christian Atsu, guys, at Hamilton. He's 73 rated, and he's worth 2.9 million. So we'll see how good he is this season, and then we'll sell him on at the age of 30 in his prime. I think I'm a genius. You might think differently. Absolutely fine. Keep your opinion to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I think Christian Atsu could be great for us left and right mid. Bags of pace, exactly what we want. We brought in Barone. Now, there's a few players here who I just simply can't say their names. He's got great attributes, to be honest with you. He's got great attributes. He's 21. He's versatile. We'll see what he can do. We didn't break the bank on him, 1.4. Arias, a lot of these are youngsters, by the way, who I believe will grow. Because I don't know what their potential is going to be. I'm guessing. And when you're guessing, you could come up wrong, but we're guessing. Marvin Arias, he's got good attributes at this stage that make me think he's going to be good. 17-year-old Colombian. Bakayoko, 25-year-old. Bakayoko, 63 rated overall. You'll be thinking, why did you sign him? He's absolutely rapid, so why not? More pace in the team makes sense, right? That's how you play FIFA. Let's do it. We signed in Adero. We're going to call him Adero. He's a cam / centre forward, 17 Uruguayan on 350 quid a week here at Hamilton, 61 rated overall. I think he's probably going to be a beast. Probably could become one of the legends of the save. Barcielo, Uruguayan, 68 rated already, 2 years on the contract. Just very good player. You know, he's already worth 1.2 million. He's just a decent player, I think, and he's fairly speedy as well, which improves. Like the strikers we brought in this season weren't quick enough for me. We signed Ba because there's no way I'm saying the first name. Mali international, 63 rated, 19 years of age, CM and CDM. Very strong player, quite good physically as well. We also signed Lucas Assis, 61 rated overall, 19 years of age. Again, fairly pacey, decent centre mid. Asperilla, right mid, extremely fast, 64 rated, can play up top as well. Bang, there's a lot of these guys. There's a lot of them. I do apologise. I've gone absolutely mad. Jibril Bangora, again, similar theme. You will notice this. He's extremely quick. He's 19. He's good. He just is. He just is good. 19, I'm hoping he grows a lot. Agua. I picked a lot of players that have names that I'm going to struggle to pronounce. When you're Yorkshire, if you're a fellow Yorkshireman, you'll understand not great at foreign names. It's just something I'm not good at. So we'll call him Martin, even though it's not going to be Martin, is it? You know, in Argentina, I bet it's not Martin. But 65 rated, decent left back, 22 years of age, could still grow. Barros, right winger / striker, 66 rated already at 18 years of age. Again, another player there that probably could be a hero of the series. Brazilian in Scotland, in Hamilton. God, what a turn up for the Bucks. Barriero as well at centre-back, 27 years of age, 70 rated. Very, very solid centre-back. And it's a position that we had zero depth in. Baron Tios as well, 68 rated centre mid, Argentine. There's a lot of these South American, but there's nothing wrong with that. As soon as is someone who I really wanted, or Frederick, someone I really wanted. Unfortunately, he wanted a really beefy contract. It was between him and Atsu, and maybe I should have gone with Frederick, but I went with Atsu instead. And another youngster that we're looking at, right wing back, 18-year-old Ghanaian. We've offered him a contract. Don't know if he'll accept it. At this moment in time, we broke the budget. We broke the budget. I'm sorry, guys. We really did. We got 54k. Oh god, the pod are gonna hate me. We got 54k left. Zero on the wage budget, fine, but we are going to look to move some players on. I am also going to add some more players to the list now. But let's look at what this new look squad could be, right? Moyo's still going to get good game time, but let's keep him in there for now. But let's just look at some of the changes. We've got Atsu there. Asperella there, although actually we could play Barrios there. Let's play Barrios there. I'll retrain him so that he can play right mid. Bar wants to be in there, and then we've got some decent centre mids here, haven't we? We've got Barantios as well. So Seager, who's getting on a little bit, could be replaced there. And obviously the big one, I love Ramsey, so I still want to give him game time because I think he's going to grow really well. We've got Barrier now, so it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. We've still got McMahon and Koulibaly at left back, as well as another decent one in Agua as well. So there's options there. Maybe we get rid of a left back if a decent deal comes in. Right back was still weak. I'm hoping that youngster comes back and he can be that rotation right back. But yeah, we're instantly, right, we're looking better. And what the big thing for me is we're looking better in terms of the bench. I mean, there's a bit of extra squad depth now, but we're looking better in terms of the bench, in my opinion. So I'm going to go through the team now, reorganise the bench and stuff, but I think we've done good business. I think we have. Right, so we finally advanced forward. We've got some offers here. The offer has come back for the right back, so that's really good news. There's some transfer offers. And then this is the one that really... thank you, Hamilton Pod. This is the one that really interested me. It's basically the board coming back. They're saying that basically... So let me skip all of this writing. Way too much to read, right? You guys don't want to be reading that. They gave me some more money. They gave me some more money. Dangerous, because I'm just going to sign a hell of a lot more free agents. I'm going to bring that to about there, and I'm just going to sign a whole host more. I mean, we're scouting a lot of free agents at the moment, and yeah, we're going to look at them. I've added a few more players to the list, but I probably won't come back to you until the players actually sold. There's no point showing you all the offers we get in this kind of save. I'll come back to you when the player's actually gone. Right, so transfer offers are coming in quick and fast, but Trafford has now been sold, and I just think that's good news for us. Decent season for us. We needed him, but he's gone now. Also, just quick note, we won our first 2 friendlies, lost them all last season. We're winning the league this year. Remember this moment. We're winning the league this year. So we've just received a transfer offer for Moyo, and you know exactly what's going to happen here. We're going to press block offers. He's going absolutely nowhere. Top performer last season. So another player leaving us, someone who was absolutely god-awful for us last season, is Liam Boyce. We've got a tidy fee from him as well, 640,000, but we only got 425k in the transfer budget. That does improve, though, if you improve finances, but, you know, I don't mind so much how much money we're getting back. It's the wages off, and then we could put that into more wages for more loan players. So, unfortunately for us, we did get knocked out in the knockout stages of the preseason tournament, but he gave us a tidy amount of money. Also, we've loaned Stranger out with a future fee, so he'll be gone permanently to Newcastle Jets. I knew it was new something. We got there in the end. And also, Berjano has left us for 500,000. 325 of that will go in the current transfer budget. The transfer budget is looking extremely healthy again now. 1.84 million, so more than what we had when we started. We're making bank here for Hamilton. So we've got another 3 players now to come in. We've got Chavez Jr., who, of course, I've got to sign him. 54 rated, though, young Brazilian. We'll see how he does, see how he gets on in the future. Also, Actas as well, rotation, centre-back, and an extra CDM if needed, which, to be honest with you, will be needed at some stage because we only have the 1 CDM at the moment. And Abdul Ajagun. I know, I do it to myself. I pick names that I'm always going to struggle with, but 68 rated, 28-year-old Nigerian who could play cam and right mid. It's just great rotation, and at the end of the day, ka-ching, worth 1.1 million, so that's pretty much why we signed him. I don't even know how much he'll play, but he's worth a load of money. Now, this will probably be it for the window. We've got another 3 players coming in. We've got Luis Abraham, who is a Peruvian 25-year-old centre-back, 73 rated already beast. So our centre-backs are going to be a 70 rated centre-back and a 73 rated centre-back with some decent centre-backs in backup. Whew, I'm excited. Didn't stop there, though. He signed the Englishman Timmy Abraham, who has been let go, I'm assuming, by Fulham, but I can't remember where he was this season right now. 20 years of age. To be honest with you, you're looking 61 rated. Why did we sign him? We don't need another striker. Ka-ching, 725k already, probably because he's English. I think if he plays a few games, he's going to grow quite a lot. It does leave me the question of, do I sell another striker? But it won't be Moyo. Definitely. He can't be Moyo. But another good player. And last but not least, we just needed a rotation goalkeeper, basically. We've got Allsop, so I'd bring in Pablo, a good Spanish rotation goalkeeper. That's pretty much it. Only reason why, because our backup goalkeeper's like 56 rated, so it's, you know, not great. So, yeah, that's all Pablo is. As you can tell already, we've done a lot of business in this window. Like, I mean a lot of business. I'm pretty happy with where the squad is. Now, we do have money, which is crazy that we've still got money left, and that does make you question, maybe we should spend it? Maybe, but I think it's best not to. I think it's best that we keep hold of that money for January, potentially, even if we start to worry how we're doing. I'm quite comfortable with how we are. We do need to set the youth scout up, don't we, to go out in Scotland. We've got 2 youth scouts here. I'm going to set them both up to go out in Scotland because obviously we want to improve the Scottish national team in the future as we're going to take over as international manager. So we need to bring in an abundance of great young Scottish talent. So let's send them both out. Oh, okay, that sucks, man. I should have sent the better scout to Scotland. Is what it is. He's from Sweden, so let's go and find ourselves the new Zlatan and send him to Sweden for 3 months. And there we go. That's scout set up for now. If you're wondering, the youth academy is absolutely loaded with a load of players. I need to go through it at some stage, but when you're a team at this level, I'm like, if the player is going to get fairly good, I'm going to keep him around because, you know what? Money! And that's, you know, that matters. In Scotland, every penny bloody counts. Right, it's okay. At this stage, I'm happy. I'm open to admit it. Okay, guys? I'm open to admit it. I've got a problem. I can't help it. We're going to sign Bruno Alves. Legend. Absolute Legend. And we'll scroll our way back up for the final offer. And I promise, final offer we've got in is for Fabiano Alves. Just because he's a very good CDM 65 rate. Yeah, I've gone overboard, all right? I've gone overboard, but it's when in Rome, when in Hamilton. Sorry, I've got a problem. Right, why not? Motherwell, we meet again. Let's give this new Test Hamilton side a little bit of a test drive. Obviously, the biggest issue now with the size of the squad we've got is there's a lot of people without match sharpness. There's a lot of people unhappy, so there's ratings down. But over the season, promise you, over the season, once we get training, match sharpness and stuff, be sweet. Sweet as a nut, cushy. Very much. When you look at this side, it's far stronger than the side that we were using last season. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do great things in the league this year. I'm just saying we're going to do better. See how we get on in this one, though. Motherwell are in here early doors. And there we go. Of course, it falls straight back down to Grimshaw. And it's kind of like back to reality for us, isn't it? I think we played Motherwell the first game of last season and they battered us. And it's kind of like welcome back to Scottish football. 1-0 down already. I mean, it's ridiculous when they get this kind of bouncer look, but we're going to have to fight back now. Motherwell are in again. Oh, it's well blocked this time. Oh, no, they've got it back. Oh, what a ridiculous turn of events for that goal. How has that happened? Crashing back down to earth now. What kind of nonsense is this? Look at my players. They just watch the ball roll. They just watch it roll through. They're like, oh, God, is that... What's that that's just gone past me, Steve? Oh, I think that might be the ball. 2-0. Well, second half started well, hasn't it? Motherwell alone. 3-0. Great. Crashing back down to reality after signing all these players. Well, for the first time in this game, we've gone clean through. And it's Abraham. That just sums up this game, really, doesn't it? Well, there you go at half-time. Obviously, we are better than last year. 3-0, not 4-0. Have some of that. Okay, so clearly, well, we've not progressed as much as I believed we had, as much as I wanted us to have progressed. And yeah, that weren't great work. But let's brush that to one side. Let's forget about that. Right, so we just played the St. Johnstone game and we won 1-0. Gonzalez scoring in that one. And Ferreo is leaving the club for 1.6 million. And we're gaining 1.1 million. That's really good. We've moved on Brian Easton as well for 200,000 and got 130,000 of it in our kitty. We've also managed to move on Justin Johnson for 490,000, 325,000 going into the transfer budget. And one thing that's a bit frustrating though, I'm trying to loan quite a lot of players out because we've got a lot of good young players that I'm trying to get loaned out. They're all loan to buy offers. That's all I'm getting is loan to buy offers. And when I go and negotiate it, the two geezers are talking to each other, and out of nowhere, he goes, nah, I'm not having none of this. No, never, not a chance. We would ever only just loan the player. So I think that's a bit broken, but hopefully they'll fix that in the future. But it's causing a problem because match sharpness is near impossible at this stage because the squad's so big due to my addiction. So another couple of players leaving us. Condrea, he wasn't very good for us, was he? But again, it just kind of shows the free transfer market does help you build funds because we sold him for 1.7 million, 1.2 million going in the budget. And Goulet, he was the backup goalkeeper. So, no brainer. 110,000. Cheers, mate. So still with players to sell, we see the transfer budget now at 3.84 million. So this does mean that in January, we might potentially go and sign a couple of the players, and I mean players that I really want at the club in the future. And we've made a profit of 8.43 million, which really bodes well for the club moving forward. So another sale, and this time it is a little bit of sad news. It's not really a player I would have wanted to see leave. McCann was one of the real decent players, but he just would not give in. He wanted to leave. His attributes were down because he really did not want to be at the club. He only had 2 years left, and it didn't seem like it was going to change. No matter how much I had played him, it did not seem like it was going to change. So it's unfortunate. I would have preferred not to have sold him, especially not at this stage, but 1.65 million in from McCann. Another player leaving us and moving out of the club was centre-back Jamie Hamilton. Didn't even really use him last year and he complained a lot, so 410,000 for him. So we've managed to get another loan offer in, and this just is the theme. Look, it's a loan to buy again, so I'll go and negotiate this. And there are several players I want to loan out. I'm potentially thinking about contemplating to use mods. Also, by the way, the game's broken. It just is broken. This is not my avatar, and it's certainly not the avatar of the other teams as well. So all I'll do here is propose without the buy option, and I bet that he just storms out. Look at him. He's just so angry at the fact that we won't sell him afterwards, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I've got a bunch of players at the club that are going to be terrible this year simply because I can't loan them out. So we received another loan to buy offer, and again, I'm going to do the same situation, and I pray at some stage that we can loan a player out without him kicking off. Is he going to kick off? You can't do it. Loans are broken. Guys, loans are broken. EA, if you see this, they broken. Right, guys, so transfer deadline day is done and dusted. And top deals is we will just take a cheeky look. Pogba to Real Madrid. Gabby Jesus to Atletico Madrid. Wow, the Madrid derby is going to be great. Toni Kroos there to Bayern Munich, so it makes sense, you know, bringing Pogba, let Kroos go. Ruben Neves to Liverpool. Well, signing that is Varane to Manchester United. Some huge deals, as you can see, they're going through. But yeah, business has been done. We haven't spent a penny. We've made a profit. I think if we take a cheeky look at the teams in the league, the big teams. Celtic spent 20 million but brought in 13 million. Getting rid of Lee Griffiths though. We brought in 7.75 million. Great news for us. And let's take a cheeky look at Rangers as well and see what they did. Rangers only making 20 million off Morelos. Not only doing well making 20 million off Morelos, but not signing anyone for any money. Deadline day done and dusted. And it does leave us now in the transfer kitty with 5.23 million, 10 million profit and 18k wage budget. So all in all, not a bad window for us, but I think the most frustrating part now is all it does is take a genius to have a look, and we've got way too many players. It's going to be near impossible to keep everybody happy, and because we couldn't get loans, we just couldn't. Loans don't exist in this game, apparently. You can't loan players out without there being a future fee, and I'm imagining that's overpowered because it's a new thing in the game, but it's extremely infuriating that we couldn't loan out some of our players. So we've got a hugely inflated squad, but it's what it is, I guess. We'll see how we get on. Match sharpness is going to be fairly difficult, but I'm confident that we can have a mid-table finish this season, and I'd be happy with that. But, of course, now we're going to skip forward a little bit. I will see you in a couple of months' time. Right, guys, so we've played some games, we've simmed a lot of games, and we've managed to find ourselves at January. First of all, though, let's talk about when these are going to be uploaded. Now, for this moment in time, I can't put a schedule on it. I'm going to try for 1 or 2 a week. Potentially 2, but they take quite a while to do. The simulation, the sorting out of players, the match sharpness. I play a few of the games as well, so it does take a little bit of time. So do bear with me with them, but I will be as consistent as possible. This journey will be going on for a pretty long time, because I think it's going to take us a while. But as we are heading into January, this is how the league looks. Hamilton has sat in 5th, and we're having a pretty decent season. 7 wins, 5 draws, 8 losses. We're not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but we have improved greatly. The squad's improved greatly. We're getting far better performances when I'm playing games. Also, when I'm simming games, I'm getting way better than we did last season. We lost so many games on the sim last year. So all in all, a pretty good first half of the season. Also, I mentioned the loans. I figured it out. Now, the way I did it is, all I did is I delegated it and we got loan deals back. So there's about 5 or 6 players going to be leaving on loan in the window, and I've sold another 2 players. So I have a lot of unhappy players right now, and match sharpness is shocking, and it's destroyed this first half of the season in terms of like growth and match sharpness and whatnot. So that should help now that those players are leaving the club. I can train better. It's a bit frustrating when you have like younger players that I don't know, like the match sharpness thing only trains so many. So if you've got you've actually got a bigger squad, it makes it far more difficult. Right, guys, so we're about to enter into January, and we have the unfortunate news that Lewis Smith will not be re-signing with us, and we are going to have to let him go. He's a player I really don't want to sell. I'd rather keep him. A 21-year-old Scottish player, I'd rather keep around. But, unfortunately, no matter what, I can't make him happy. He wants to leave. He's got 7 months left. Well, 6 months left if we let the window open without accepting a bid. So, unfortunately, we're just going to have to accept this and let the man go. It's devastating. I'd rather keep him. When I'm using him, he is quite sluggish. He's a little bit too slow, but we are training that. But there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. So, here we have it, guys. The January transfer window is opened, and as you can see here, Ibe is going to leave on loan, Ramsey is going to leave on loan, Ramirez will leave on loan, Bagora will leave on loan, Vickers will leave on loan as well. So that's got all those players out. Some of them are 2, some of them are short, some of them are just 1 year. Seeger leaves on a transfer, Want leaves on a transfer as well. So it really does... It makes life so much easier now that we don't have 1 million squad players and we're in January and we can cut that down even more. And the big question is, guys, and I'm not going to play any more of this now. Normally I would play January probably straight after recording this. I'm not going to play anymore. We have 5.87 million and 33k on the wage budget. Let's sign some players. I'm thinking 2 players, very good players, young, maybe around 70 overall or below, but going to grow. One of them I'm thinking is Shanklin from Dundee United. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think, but I think he'd be great to have a Scottish player of his calibre in the team. But yeah, leave comments down below what you think, but we've got a sizable budget now, and we've gained that from like selling on players, but what'll be interesting now is to see how big the squad is after that. And if we take a look now, it's a little bit more manageable. Now, we still have way too many players. These 2 youth players don't really mean anything. They were going to leave, and they've got decent potential overalls. We've still got way too many players. I still need to loan out a few more players, but it's going to be way more manageable now to actually get decent fitness other than the starting lineup. The only big worry for me is Moyo is he's a little bit grumpy, he's a little bit unhappy, which is frustrating because Barciello has played a lot of games for us because he's been a beast and he's brilliant to use. But overall, I couldn't be happy with the squad. We're playing fantastically. I'm extremely excited about the future now of this Hamilton team. We're having a far better second season. But guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing this series because it's something a little bit different, you know. It's not constant games every episode. I put in that clip of the Motherwell game, but it was dreadful. But it's more of the simulation side of things and the squad building side of things in this save. Obviously, when we go further down the line and there's big cup games and stuff like that, we're going to be playing all them live comms on stream. I nearly said that, but I do stream on twitch.tv at YorkieMan. But yeah, on YouTube here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we could do. But now we've got some money to spend. We've got a bright future. We're having a good season. My target is this season to finish roughly around about where we are, and then next season to try and push and get some European football, which will bring even more money into the club. And it'd just be exciting, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Hamilton in the Europa League, I'm imagining, is where we'll start out. But anyway, guys, I hope you're all having a good day. I appreciate the support as per usual. If you're new around here, please smash subscribe for more FIFA, PES, and Football Manager content, which comes out very soon. I hope you're all staying safe, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.